Good evening YouTube, Xfile2708 back again with another pickups video. Last of my pickups for now, and then I'm fully caught up until myself and Lewis head out later on in the week. You know the drill, guys. Primarily CX pickups here. There's one that I ordered off eBay, a couple that were charity shops, and I think a couple that were cash converters as well, but I thought I'll lump them all into this update pickups video. So I'll do the non-CX ones first. Absolutely buzzing to get this one back. Seen it once before, absolutely loved it. Bleak as anything, as you'd expect. Really harrowing. I've rewatched Threads, which is a personal favourite of mine. Rewatched that recently, and I've been itching to give this this TV series another go. Absolutely loved it first time round. Brand new, guys. This comes in normally £12 to £15. Someone had got it on eBay. You know me, guys, cheeky chappy that I am. I think they'd got it on a buy it now £6.99, so it was a steal as it was, or best offer. So yeah, I'll put a best offer in, I think, of £4.99 including postage, and they accepted straight away. So £5 delivered for this TV series on Blu-ray. So absolutely buzzing me tits off. Brilliant series. If you haven't seen it, guys, definitely track it down. Like I say, bleak, dark, harrowing, but such a good series. So that's the first one, guys, Chernobyl. Right, next up was two cash converters purchases. I think one was an upgrade for me that I'd already got on DVD. I think that's still on the shelf over there, actually, so that'll be going over to Lewis if he hasn't already got it. And the other one was one of the After Dark ones that I collect. But first of all, the upgrade, 99p, still sealed on Blu-ray. There we go, just so you know I'm not telling you porkies, 99p. Quiet Place, still sealed. Loved this one, loved the second one, didn't care for day one at all. I think I mentioned my thoughts on it when I went through doing my recent watches when I'd seen it. Didn't get on with it at all. I know a few odd people here in our movie community actually enjoyed it, but no, definitely wasn't for me, the third one. But yeah, thoroughly enjoyed the first and the second one, so nice to get this upgrade cheap. So that was the next one. As I mentioned, I do like my After Dark movies. I think I've got several on the shelf to the side of me on DVD. I've got a few on Blu-ray. They can be hit and miss, but normally, even if they're not brilliant films, I can tolerate them, and I don't mind them for what they are. You know me, guys. I can do terrible movies, so bad it's good, and all of that sort of thing. So I can't remember if this is one that I'd seen before. But yeah, Fertile Ground on the After Dark label. And again, 99p. So I'll have to look back on my letterbox, see if this was one that I'd seen before and what I rated it. I think I've maybe got half a dozen of them back in the collection so far between DVD and Blu-ray. Always keep an eye out in the local CXs for them. I don't think any of them are particularly expensive, so yeah, as and when I see them and I haven't got them in the collection, then I do pick them up. But yeah, we'll see. Fertile Ground. Anyone else collect the After Dark label? Let me know. Right, next up, one that I haven't seen before. This was a charity shop purchase. and in fact, I don't think it was a purchase. I've got a feeling it was one of the charity shops that myself and Lewis drop in bags of DVDs to once we've sorted them on our Mega Haul series. And this particular charity shop, I think we've maybe dropped in half a dozen full bags for life of DVDs for them. So anytime myself and Lewis go in, if we find a couple of things that that are of interest, he never takes any money for them. So fair play to him. But yeah, this was one, and it's a John Cusack movie, and it's called The Raven. So like I say, one that I haven't heard of or seen before. It did look decent from the back. It says here John Cusack is infamous author Edgar Allan Poe in this stylish gothic thriller from the director of V for Vendetta. His darkest fantasies will be brought to life. Contains strong bloody violence and grisly images. So yeah, not one I've seen mentioned in the community. So if you have seen it, let me know which side of the fence you were on, guys. So there we go, John Cusack in The Raven. Here we go. A few of you will be chuckling at this one. As I said before, you know me, guys, I love my really so bad they're good movies. In fact, quite often I like so bad they're fucking awful movies. I've got all my Shitty Shark collection up there. Loads on the horror DVD shelves to the side that are super low budget, really bad movies, but I get something out of them. I really do, in a perverse way. This, I'm sure, will be no different. Flight of the Living Dead. So pretty sure I used to have this one back in the collection originally. But yeah, nice to pick it up again. I don't remember it being one that I've seen before. I don't think I watched it at the time when I had it. But yeah, Flight of the Living Dead. Look at that. So, I say it didn't cost me anything. So, horror that will have you screaming for more. Unholy terror is unleashed in the skies when a deadly, genetically engineered virus is released on board a transatlantic flight to Paris in this heart-stopping thrill ride of terror. So there we go. Maybe one that Ash has seen before. I know me and Ash share a very similar love of terrible movies. So Ash, if you've seen this one, let me know, matey. So there we go. Flight of the Living Dead. Right, and this last pile, guys, is all CX pickups. Where are we? We're Monday today. Myself and Lewis were out and about on Saturday, over to a couple of the local towns. So these were purchases between two different CX stores. There's 3 DVDs and four Blu-rays and a 4K. And it's a 4K upgrade for me, which I felt like Dick Turpin, a bit of highway robbery when I went in and saw it's another one of these. I think they've mispriced it. I think they've priced it up as the normal edition as opposed to the limited edition, which is what I've got here, that seems to go for a lot more money normally. So we'll get to that in a few. But first of all, the DVDs. This is a horror from the late 80s, one that I haven't seen before, but reading IMDb, it looked right up my street. Do love a good 80s horror, and it is The Unholy. Again, one I've never heard people talking about, so if you have seen this one, guys, let me know if it's one you got on with or not. So oh my life, the writing is far too tiny. I think when I looked on IMDb Friday night, I think it was. I think it was late 80s, this one. Done by Lionsgate, contains strong violence and horror. There we go, I should think so too. But yeah, looks like there might be a decent religious horror, so like I say, if anyone has seen it, let me know. There we go, The Unholy. One that I've been debating picking up. Not got the first one in the franchise. I know my good friend Sammy, I'm pretty sure you've seen this one. So me and Sam have a bit of banter backwards and forwards. He's always asking me for recommendations on really terrible movies. Pretty sure, like I say though, Sam's already seen this one, and it is Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2. So £3 on DVD. Like I say, I haven't got the first one, but I will keep an eye out in the local CXs. I think the first one on DVD is about £2, £2.50 tops. So I will watch the first one once I get it before watching this one. Again, you know, these are modern day, low budget, terrible movies in general. But as I say, I tend to get something out of them. You know, put them on, pour myself a rum and coke and switch the brain off for an hour and a half and just laugh at how terrible they are. So any fans of this one, let me know. So Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2. Right, next up, spoke to Tim and Ash in our Lords of Darkness group, a little subset that I'm starting into. You can't see off to the side, this bookshelf to the side of me is where I've got all of my Tartan Asia Extreme. Now Tim's recently, off the back of me saying to him that I'm going to start into collecting this as a subset, Tim very kindly put a video up the other day showing his collection of these particular titles as it stands today. So link to everybody that I've mentioned, Tim, Sammy, etc. So yeah, Tim put a video up showing these. This is a new rabbit hole that I am about to be disappearing down. Like I say, collect all of the Tartan Asia Extremes. So what should we go for next? We'll go for Tartan DVD as a whole. So I think you've got Tartan DVD, you've got Tartan Video, Tartan Terror, Tartan Cinema, you name it. If I can find it in the local CXs and they're not stupidly expensive, they're not all horrors. There's some really weird and wonderful messed up films, controversial for all sorts of different reasons. So yeah, I kind of want to not move away from the horror, because you know that's everything that I've got in here, and primarily, you know, 95% of what I watch anyway. But collecting Tartan DVD, there'll be some weird, wonderful, uncomfortable, messed up stuff that doesn't necessarily fall into the horror categories. I've got a feeling this particular one here that I picked up from the local CX, if you look at the tagline at the top, then yeah. So there we go. It's called Jamon Jamon. And the tagline at the top, a film where women eat men and men eat ham. So there we go. But yeah, £3.50 on DVD. Like I say, I don't mind paying that. This is a Spanish film, as you can probably guess by the big bull on the front. Headstrong senorita Sylvia becomes pregnant to village mummy's boy Jose. Sylvia's father has left town and her mother Carmen is forced to become the town prostitute. Jose's overbearing mother Conchita fears her son will marry the daughter of a Scarlet Woman and takes action. She hires sexy young Raoul, who works in the ham factory and enjoys nude bullfighting to seduce Sylvia. What the fuck? Like I say, this is going to broaden my horizons significantly. But yeah, Tartan DVD. I've already got, I think, 6 or 7 titles that I'd already got into the collection. So this is the 7th one. I see them quite regularly in CX. So, you know, where they're not stupidly expensive, if they're only a few pound, then I'll pick them up and add them into the collection. And like I say, it's just something different and obscure to watch when I'm in that frame of mind. So there we go. If anyone, like I say, Tim put a video up showing his collection so far. I think he's probably got 25, 30 titles possibly. I don't remember him showing Jamon Jamon. So if anyone has seen it, let me know in the comments. So there we go. That's that one. Right, next on to the 4K upgrade. Now this, guys, was £18 in the local CX. Now the normal version was exactly the same price, so normal 4K. My 88 films regular Blu-ray I traded in at the same time, so I actually got £5 off the £18. And like I say, this I think it's described as deluxe limited edition when you look on eBay, sells for between £35 and £50. So there we go. We have Eyeball 4K 88 films deluxe limited edition. Eyeball, absolutely fantastic film. One that I think I last watched probably about a year and a half ago. So I am, there you go, that's better. I am ready to re-watch it again. And like I say, 4K deluxe edition, so it comes with the book, also comes with a poster. I can't show you the back of the box because we have a bit of nippleage going on. But we do get, there you go, 4K Amaray. And we've got, there you go, art cards, or as Tim would say, postcards, but we don't send postcards to people, so they're kind of pointless, but you know, they're nice to have with these collector's editions, even though we don't do anything with them. So there we go, that's the 4K double disc, so it must be 4K and Blu-ray. So that's that part there. Then we have, look at that, love that cover. So nice thick booklet which says on the back, a stabbing nightmare becomes a living terror. So see if I can show you some. And there you go, interview with Umberto Lenzi. So he did the likes, I think he did a couple of the video nasties, including Cannibal Ferox and Eaten Alive. That's the original poster art there that I had on my 88 films Blu-ray. There you go, there's the main character in this one. But yeah, really nice booklet. So there we go, that's that. And then I think we get a double-sided poster. So you get the newly commissioned artwork. Oh, this is nice actually. This is a, is it A3? I think it's an A3 poster. So try not to fall off me stool. There you go. So that's the recommissioned artwork. Oh, and I love this. I might actually try and get this framed up here in the living room. So there we go. That's the Italian original poster. So there you go. But yeah, like I say, £18. So if you haven't got this one, guys, and you are interested in it, like I say, it's an absolutely brilliant horror giallo. I'm a big fan of this one. Check your local CX, because at the moment there's a good chance they've got it listed as the original 4K release, as opposed to a deluxe limited edition with a hard box. Like I say, I can't show you the back, bit of nippleage, but there we go. So absolute Billy bargain, that one, guys. So yeah, get on it if you've got an interest. So there we go, there's Eyeball. Right, and these next four, these are all part of the same series from 101 Films. I have got a couple of them which I don't think you can see on the shelf up there. That's where all of my 88 films and 101 collection is so far. I've got 2 already that are part of this series. I've got one called Drug Stories and another one called the AGFA Horror Trailer Show. Now, these 4 were all from the same CX store, so I think somebody must have traded these in all together at the same time. So these are all sorts of weird, wonderful, super low budget, super trashy. So ticks in every single box for me. And all of these came with the original slips as well. All got reversible artwork, which I think some of them I can show if they've already been reversed. I've literally just had them down the other side of the living room in the CX bag since I got back with Lewis at the weekend, so I've not opened them and reversed the artwork, etc. But waffleage over, the first one is effects. So I say super low budget, super trashy. A lot of these, film that were people thought were long forgotten, that 101 have decided to put out on Blu-ray, either as 2K or 4K restorations. But they've all got these really cool slips on them. Frustratingly, like I say, the 2 above me, neither of those have got slips, but I've had those in the collection probably 12 months or so now, so I wasn't going down the route of collecting every single one, which I'm about to start doing now. There you go, 2 new subsets in one video, guys. What can I say? But yeah, effects. Now, does this say anything? Cobbled together with loose change by George Romero's friends, Effects is a mesmerising DIY fright fair that no one talks about but everyone should. A group of coked up filmmakers, including Tom Dawn of the Dead Savini, Joe Day of the Dead Pilato, and John Tales from the Dark Side the movie Harrison, gather in Pittsburgh to make a slasher. As filming begins and accidents happen, it's clear that something isn't right. Effects is a meta-enhanced takedown on the philosophy of horror that doubles as a sleazy and terrifying movie on its own. So, yep, strong sexualised violence. There we go. So, yeah, Effects. And again, I don't see anybody else in the community collecting these. So, if you do, guys, let me know which ones you've got. So, I've got 2 on the shelf behind, and I've got 4, including this one. And I might have ordered a couple more on the 101 sale that finished today. So those should be here later on in the week, all being well. So that's the first one, guys. Effects. Next one. This is one from early 90s, 1991. And that's called Wicked World. While I think about it, guys, I did say, there you go, sometimes, well, these may or may not have been reversed already. I haven't looked, but that is the reverse artwork. Again, very obscure and weird. But yeah, Wicked World. And again, this one's been reversed, which is good. So there you go. That's that one from 1991. Total Horror Anarchy from the makers of Things. And I can't read the writing. I've not got my glasses on. But it says, notice this movie was shot on 16mm film and edited on tape. The transfer is taken from the original 3/4 master tapes. 18, strong bloody violence and sexualised nudity. So there we go. That's that one. Let's say I've shown you that, haven't I? So there we go. So that's the second one in this series. Next up, there we go. One called Scary Tales. I love the covers. You know exactly what you're going to be getting with these. These are super low budget, super trashy, probably really terrible movies, and I think some of these actually contain bonus movies on them as well. But yeah, Scary Tales from 1993. And again, there you go. I think that's, yep, there you go. What does this one say? Scary Tales proves that the films of John Walters and Don Dola aren't the only genre miracles from Baltimore, a shot-on-video horror anthology that plays out like a public access version of Creepshow. That is what happens when satanic necklaces, bloodthirsty slashers, and Dungeons and Dragons styled live action role playing collide with cool dads, neon light bulbs, and dungeon synthesizers. What the fuck? No idea. Agfa and Bleeding Skull are thrilled to present this charming, gore-filled dreamscape that has been, what does that say? Meticulously pierced together from its original SVHS master tapes. Contains a bonus movie called Darkest Soul from 1994, which is the follow-up to Scary Tales. Use that Ash messaging in our Lords of Darkness script. There's always Ash or Tim messaging when I'm doing a video. 15, strong language, violence and sex. There we go. Scary Tales. And then the last one in this rabbit hole for today, The Curious Dr. Hump. And that is one from 1969. Oh, I love that artwork. Look at that. That's that one. And see if it's... Yeah, it's not been reversed, this one. So let me have a look and see. Put that there quickly. There you go, guys. That's the reverse cover. Stick that in there, she said. There you go. Make of that what you will. Let me see if I can read something that's on there with the colour of the writing on the background. Right, what does this say? Easily one of the most brain-breaking sensory overloads in exploitation history. The story follows Dr. Hump and his army of grotesque monsters as they kidnap couples and drain their blood forces of sex to keep the Doctor eternally young. Directed by the prolific Emilio Vieira. In Argentina, this movie contains artful gothic horror with unhinged sex, comic book pulp, and a talking brain in a jar. Okay. Plus a monster who plays the guitar. There we go. Basically, this is what might have happened. Here we go. This is the line that sold me. Basically, this is what might have happened if Mario Bava collaborated with Doris Wishman after an acid binge. There we go. Agfa and Something Weird are thrilled to present a brand new restoration of this iconic sex horror classic, complete with a new commentary track from filmmaker Frank Heinzlotter, who did Basket Case. There we go, cool. Plus LA Venganza, Del Sexo, Vieira's original horror cut of The Curious Dr. Hump in its original Spanish language with English subtitles. 18, strong sex and nudity. There we go. The Curious Dr. Hump. So, really pleased. Let's have a look if these... There you go. So you can see how all those line up nicely. Like I say, I've already got 2 on the shelf above here that haven't got slips. So whether I end up replacing those or trying to order the slips separately off eBay, we'll see. It'll bug me a little bit, but we'll see if it's enough for me to either donate those, sell them, and buy them off the 101 Films website with the slips. who knows, we'll see. Anyway guys, that's what, nearly half an hour, so all caught up again for pickups. Let me know in the comments any that you've seen there that you're big fans of, anything that you've not seen that's piqued an interest. Do you collect those 101 really low budget and obscure ones? Be great to interact and have a chat with any of you that do. Heads up as well guys, hopefully starting later on this week and have a new series starting on the channel. Now I'm not going to say what it is, I've not even told Ash and Tim that I'm looking at doing this as yet, but yeah, watch this space hopefully for something new coming to the channel later on in the week, which I hope you'll enjoy watching. I'll see what the feedback is from the first episode that I'm looking to do, and if people enjoy it, then you know, we'll look to carry it on. So there we go guys. As always, please remember to like, comment and subscribe and all that good stuff, and I'll be back later on in the week with another video. Bye for now guys.